Welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Hope everyone is doing well today. We have a lot of stuff to go over. It is going to be a busy day. I have not done almost anything with the Lara event, so we're gonna be jumping into that today. We're gonna be going over Mysterious Island. We're gonna be going over upcoming events. So there's just gonna be a lot. So feel free to keep on asking questions as we go through all of this stuff. I'm happy to stop, answer, but then we can go through there. I wanted to start talking about what I have done so far. So I have done very little in the Lara Croft event. I have done two things though. Number one, I got the golden ticket. I did go ahead and decide to do that in the Adventure Showcase. You can see here, there's the event ticket. So in the Path to Glory, I got all those prizes, which really the main reason I did this is just to get some workshop materials. But archaeologist tools are nice too. So is the doppelganger skin, I guess. I don't even need the Lara soul stones. I feel terrible trading those in because so many people need them. But I had already gotten her to max beforehand. But yeah, it was mostly just for these materials so that I could upgrade my ring, which I did. I then quickly upgraded my ring in the workshop to as much as I could. And then that's whenever I started actually going through these. And the reason I did that before I decided to live stream is these battles are boring. Like no one's interested in seeing me beat all these guys and then go to the next level and beat all of them too. But where I'm sitting at right now is as soon as I could, I upgraded my ring to 4 stars. I think that's probably the perfect level for most people. And then I upgraded Ancient Bowl to 3. I know I can upgrade it one more time. I'm actually not going to. I think the coins are going to be better spent in trying to upgrade the Tome of Revelation. But I'm going to be doing that in just a little bit. What I want to do today is we're going to go ahead and start in on level 220, which is where I ended the video that I put out, I think, on Sunday or so. I got up to 210. I beat 210, and now we're at 220. So 220, the buff that you're going to need is 5. So let's go ahead, upgrade 1. And that's over here in the buff. Upgrade 1. And now we're going to go to the Temple Guardians. And the team is going to be, let's see, Rufus with Biscuit. Where are you? Rufus with Biscuit. Galahad with Fenris. There's only 20 heroes, so at least that makes it easier to pick them and see them. Isaac with Oliver. Where are you, Isaac? There you go. Lara Croft with Mara. And Iris with Albus. And with the pet, Fenris. All right, let's try it. See how it goes. Hey, Mohammed. Hey, Unlimji. Hopefully I am saying that right. Looks like you have a question. May I know whether the precious coins, special currency to upgrade the 2 skins to Lara Croft, will still be available after the event ends or will be converted to boxes? They actually haven't made an announcement about this. They haven't told us for sure if it will be converted or not. So I'm not 100% sure. I would say go ahead and use it right now because a lot of times they do change that event currency. So I've used mine and I will continue to use it as I get more. That's my best guess here. All right, but got through 220, so let's go to 230. So level 230 is going to be 60 buffs. Let's see if I can get there. Nope, not quite. I need some more of these. Let's make sure it is getting the ones with archaeologist tools. We're just going to rate it 5 times, I guess. Let's do that. Good deal. And we're going to be going to 60 buff. Just enough. It looks like I'll have to get some of those. And let's just make sure this is at the end. I do like to wait until the very end of these events because if you've noticed or if you've already done this event, you probably have noticed that all these buffs have gone down a little bit. Or most of them. A lot of them have. So you would have been able to spend less resources if you were just waited a little bit. Not a ton extra, but hey, my whole thing is about being efficient. So every little bit helps, right? So we next got Rufus Oliver. Hopefully these teams are like pretty similar. Galahad Albus. Isaac Axel. Lara Croft Mara. And Iris Biscuit with Axel. I think the biggest part of this too, make sure you don't overbuff. If you overbuff, you're going to be in a bad spot. So I'm going to try to be very careful on this stream of not overbuffing any of my teams. But let's see if this team works. We'll just go ahead and do it at ×5 speed. I'm getting these teams, by the way, just in case anyone's asking. I'm getting all of these from Hero Wars Guide. They have a full team event and team calculator. There it is. Went through. And the nice thing about these are that it is 100%. You don't have to fight multiple times. So that's very nice. All right. 240 is actually a 0 buff. So let's go ahead and do the 240 team. We got Galahad with Oliver. We have Isaac with Mara. We have Sebastian with Albus. We have Lara with Fenris. And we got Iris and Biscuit with Albus. Let's see how this one does. Let me know in the comments, are most people all already through this event? Like it's absolutely a free to play. If you haven't gone through yet, now is a good time. I think they're probably all the teams that they're going to explore are explored. So you should be able to get through the event without any really hesitations here anymore. And you will be able to get a totem for free. Every single person. So you don't have to spend if you don't want to, which is super nice. All right, that one worked too. Next up is level 250. This one requires, wow, just 5 buff. Man, everything is so low. Compared to previous events, this is crazy. So 5 buff. Let's go back to Temple Guardians. This one is Astaroth with Biscuit. Who do we not have on this one? Looks like we don't have her. Astaroth, Biscuit, Galahad Oliver, Isaac Mara, Lara Croft Fenris, and no, Sebastian Albus, and then Lara Croft Fenris, and then Albus. I think that's right. Biscuit, Oliver, Mara, Albus. Yep. You used 130 Archaeologist tool, but only got 158 Lara Croft Soulstones. What did you upgrade your relic to? Was it like level 6, level 7? Did you get any of the golden, like the ×5 for the Lara Croft dolls? Like those seem to be the hardest thing in this event to get. Between that or Lara's skins, those are the hardest things in the game to get. I'm also going to be doing that on the stream later. I'm going to be upgrading that and then seeing where we can go. Seeing if I can get everything. How many Lara Croft dolls can I get? Will I be lucky? We'll see. We'll see. Other grand prizes would be good too. I'm not going to complain. And then we're also going to be buying from the shop. I haven't got any dolls yet. We'll start to do the necessary upgrade. That's smart. That's very smart on waiting. Very good job on waiting till the last day. They might last Lara Croft event. They actually allowed people to buy Lara Croft dolls, if I remember correctly. I can't remember if it was dolls or soulstones, but they did offer that if you're a pay-to-win player. But I would still wait till the last day to try to do everything. So smart. Knowing your resources, knowing what you can invest, just a good idea. Okay. So that's 250 done there. 260 team is 30 buffs. Let's go ahead and let's just grab like 10 of these. We have a ton of energy, so we're not going to, we still have 674 after this. We're not going to run out of that. All right. No, we don't need to go to Path of Glory. We need to go to the workshop. And I'm at 260. 260 is 30 buff. 260 is 30 buff. 30 buff. Great. Temple Guardians. Let's see here. Rufus with Oliver. We have Lara Croft with Fenris in second position? What the? Never seen her in a second position. Iris Albus, Helios. Where are you, Helios? There you are. Helios with Merlin. Okay. And then Martha with Axel. And we have Axel as the team pet. Okay. Let's make sure we got everything right. This is for 260. The nice thing is that if you have all these guides, you can wait till the last day. As I mentioned, you don't have to constantly try to like beat these teams. Some of these events beforehand, if you just started playing, they would give you like with a perfect team, you had like a 0.5% chance to win. So you just had to keep on fighting over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you got the chance and you won. They've stopped that. Thank God they've stopped that. This one is still not, I don't think, as fun as the Hero Stall event, but at least it is 100% win teams that they're giving. So that makes it nice. And it looks like I only have the Jorgen left. There it is. And down goes Jorgen. All right, that was 260. Up next is 270. This one is 90 buff. Okay. 90 buff for 270. Let's go into the workshop. Let's see if I have the materials necessary. I don't think I do. Yeah, I'm going to have to get more of these. Let's just like go up, let's say 8. Let's do this. Let's go up 8. Make sure whenever you do this that the archaeologist tool shows. Otherwise, like those are very important. I talked about this in a previous video. If you get your resources from this island, it is not going to give you archaeologist tools. This island does. This is by far the better one. It's giving you free stuff. Take the free stuff. All right, so what did I say? It was 270, and that's what I'm on, right? 270. Let's just confirm. Yeah, 270 was 90. So let's go ahead, upgrade this. And I'm going to always double confirm here. 270, lowest is 90. Okay, let's upgrade. Done and done. Temple Guardians. We'll start this out. We have Corvus with Biscuit. Where are you, Corvus? Corvus with Biscuit. We have Morgan and Oliver. Morgan, Oliver. We have Lara Croft and Mara. Iris and Albus. And lastly, we have Helios and Merlin with a pet of Axel. Okay. Hey, Ryan, any thoughts on the September and Lara Croft's event Mysterious map? Are they worth for players to give a try? Yeah, that's a great question. I'm actually going to be talking about that a little bit later, but the short answer is I would wait on the moves until the next event. I think you will be able to get the map later on. I'm sorry, the flag later on. So I don't think you're going to need to do that for this. And I think the prizes that they give you in the next map are better than the Lara Croft map for sure. So I'm not personally going to be spending probably any moves. I'll have to look to double check, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be spending any moves on this map. I'm just going to let it go completely. Like these coins, yeah, sure, they're nice, but you get so many for beating bosses and doing these levels that you don't really need more. I mean, it's nice to have more, but it's not like needed. Okay, 280, 135. Looks like this is the high one. 135 for 280. So let's go to the workshop. Oh, so close. So close. Let's read this a couple times. Good deal. And it was 135. 135. 280. That is the lowest confirmed? Yes. Okay. Temple Guardians, start it. We got Axel, or Isaac with Axel, I think. Isaac with Oliver. We have Lara Croft Fenris, again in second position. That's so odd. Aiden and Merlin. Aiden, third position. Yikes. Aiden and Merlin, Iris and Albus, and Helios and... Nope, Martha and Axel. Martha and Axel. With the team pet of Axel. Aiden Merlin. Yep. Wait. Iris Albus. Yep. That should be it. That should be it. Let's see how we do here. We're getting close. We only have 3 more. That's nice. Trying to spend as few resources as possible so that I can just try to upgrade the mysterious vase. Try to get as many Lara dolls as I can just to show what can happen. Wow, this team is crushing. That's a fast win. Very quick win. Okay, 290. Next up, 290 is 35 buff. 35. Can I do 35? Yes, I can. That's the lowest. Temple Guardians. All right. Anvari, where are you? There you go. Anvari with Oliver. Isaac and Axel. Sebastian Fenris. It's so nice that we have people doing this. It's just so nice. Lara Croft decks. Trying to find out these teams would be a nightmare without these people actually like going in and doing the not really hacking, just doing the simulators. It would be awful. But this is much better. This is much better where you can just look at the team. So thank you for all the people that did that work. I don't want to be one of those people. But we can use it to be the most efficient possible here. MS Creator, I don't know how many archaeologist tools I'll have at the end, but we'll see how many Lara Croft dolls I got. We'll see. Is there a big difference between 6-star Lara Croft and 5-star? It's, if you do the math, this team might not have been it. Let's see. Did I pick the wrong team? Did I pick a wrong person? 35. Oh, team pet was Albus. That's what it was. It's 4,000 power. 4,000 power is the difference. So it's not monumental. It's not like one is competitive and the other is not. It's just if you like to maximize, that's what you're going to have to do. I don't know if they're going to offer Lara Soulstones again in the future. I have no idea. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Last time after the event, they did. Will they this time? Who knows? Who knows? Come on, bring the nebula down. There it is. Boom. All right, and we're to the final. Final boss, 85 buff. 385 buff. All right, what do I need? I need everything. So here's where we're going to do some math. 85 buff. I have 10 buff right now, so I need 75 buff. Each one gives 25. So each one, I should have to do 3 of each if I'm doing my math right. And we'll see if I am. 1, 2, 3. Done there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And if I'm doing my math right, 85 buff. Perfect. And that is Morgan. Okay, 85, 300. That is the lowest. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Team that you're going to be doing here for the 300 is Morgan. Morgan with Axel. Lara Croft and Fenris. Astrid and Lucas. Haven't used them in a hot second. Astrid and Lucas and Vex. Aiden and Merlin. And Iris and Albus. Iris is in here a lot, isn't she? With a pet of Albus. And this should do it. Hey Long, how are you? Thanks everyone for joining the live stream. Feel free to ask questions. I'm just going to keep on going through these bosses. And this should be the final one. And then we can get into some of the other stuff. I think Astrid and Lucas, they're not a good hero, but they're kind of a fun hero if you can get them charged. Like that pet just keeps on attacking different stuff. Maybe they'll do something special with them someday. You know, I do like whenever they make bad heroes good or at least playable. They tried to do that with Chaba. I don't think it's going to work with Chaba. Chaba's just not good. Unless you're facing like maybe, I don't know, all physical team. Maybe it works in that case. There it is. All righty. And we're finished. That was level 300. So beat the boss there. We still have 500 energy left. That's crazy. Looks like I'm getting all these prizes. Yay. Like that. Done with that event. And it shouldn't even show up anymore. Yeah, it goes away once you've grabbed all the prizes. What I'm going to do really quick, we are going to go ahead and transform this one into some primal catalysts. Since I don't really need that much, we're going to transform this into primal catalysts because all my titans are maxed. That's nice. And let's go ahead, go back in, and let's start working on the final Tome of Revelation. Looks like I'm going to need some of these. I'll just do like 10 since this is going to require a lot of these, I think. Great. So let's restore it once. Do like 6 here and 6 of the other. Yeah, getting a lot of ancient coins with that too. Let's go ahead and restore it again. Restore it again. Now we're going to be a little bit short here. We'll just do like 3. And let's do another 3 here. I think I can't get 142 more Soulstone of Lara Croft. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. That is kind of unfortunate. You'll be okay. Like you'll be fine. Lara can still be powerful even without it. Now the question starts to become with this tome, how far should you go in upgrading it? And that is something. Okay, it looks like you can only upgrade it to 6. That's the max that they let you upgrade it. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I wish I had known that because now you can avoid my mistake. I would upgrade probably this bowl more. I thought it could keep on going up, which is what I was going to try to do. So let's go ahead and do the ancient bowl so we can just get more stuff. I mean, might as well, right? A few more coins for each time. I still have a lot of this adventure energy that I'm getting. So I know there is going to be a transfer of extra resources in for stuff. And this is probably where I'll keep it at. I'll keep the ancient bowl at 5 stars. But now that I'm not going to do Ring of Abundance, I'm not going to do Ancient Bowl, I can't do any more Tome of Revelation. So let's just go ahead and max out this one with as many ancient coins as possible. That's another 37. Right? Like, yeah, I'm not going to max this out, I don't think. I don't think it's worth it. And I can just use the resources to. So let's just max that out. Okay, cool. That gives me a ton of ancient coins, though. That's a lot. Let's get into this. Let's get into the Forgotten Treasury. Let's see if we can get lucky. Let's see. 158 moves. I should be getting a few more before the end. Now, my strategy here, you obviously do the golden ones first, right? Hoping to get a grand prize. But even if you do get a grand prize in one of the golden ones, you want to use all of them before you keep on moving on. Now, I did not, so I'm going to have to keep on trying other ones. Man, gold is just like worthless to me. This is not really the way you want to start. No grand prize. Me, I'm resetting as soon as I get any grand prize. There we go. Okay. Finally, I can reset. I want the golden ones. Hopefully, I get a little bit more lucky than that on the future ones because that was not a good round. All right. 5,000 Titan skins. Like, I don't need money, so that one's kind of worthless. Still no go. Okay, let's just hope we get a grand prize here as soon as possible. Oh, I used an extra one. Oh well, but that's okay. We'll keep on moving on. There we go. I am getting a lot of these chaos particles times 5. 2,500. Bottled energy, and still no grand prize. If I was trying to get Lara dolls, I would be very sad right now. It's a good thing I don't really need them. But MS Creator, it looks like you're going to be getting more than me. All right, we can refresh there again. Yeah, no Lara dolls. I've used about 40 moves. Now, I'm not trying to get them either. Really, I'm just trying to maximize my grand prizes here. My grand prizes, I should say, with these, and still nothing. Ooh, this is rough. That's okay, though. Sometimes the game gives, sometimes it takes away. There we go. We got 3 Lara dolls. So that's 3. Should I keep going for doll or reset? It depends. It depends on how far you are in. I like to reset because the chances of getting like a 15 doll on these, that's just huge. Okay, so boom. Okay, I finally did get a grand prize times 5, 25 large skin stow chests. I am going to still do these grand prize, or I'm sorry, the extra ones, and now I'm going to reset. So always do the times 5. I think it's worth it. But Mohammed, it depends on how many more. If there's like 3 more and you want those 3 Lara Croft dolls, I'd say go for it. If it is a lot more, I would reset. Again, no grand prize. Man, there we go. We're like halfway through these. Yeah, I know. My luck is the same as you. I can't complain. The last event, that Sears game event, I actually did really well. I won 2 times, which I didn't spend anything. So I was very shocked. So I can't complain about my luck here. You know, game gives, game takes away. It happens. There we go. At least I got the grand prize afterward. 3 Lara dolls so far. That is, if you didn't know, each Lara doll, I think, has an average. And if you're lucky more, if you're unlucky less, an average of about 3.2 soul stones. So that's about 10 Lara soul stones for me. Still not any grand prize there. The guildmate got 75 Lara Croft. Oh, that's sick. Okay, well, there we go. I got some more. Yeah, that guy is lucky. 75, that's like 200. If you got like 240 soul stones, something like that, that's really good. That's really good. No grand prize in the good ones. And right after, I get a grand prize. Yep. That's what happens here. It's okay. If you already aren't a subscriber, I'm going to go ahead and say please like and subscribe this video. It just helps me out with the algorithm and getting more traffic so I can keep on doing these live streams and making more. There we go. Speaking of which, I got the 15. And he maxed out Lara. I got the 15. I finally got the times 6 Lara Croft dolls. I'll take it. Let's refresh. So I have 18 dolls now. 18. You know what I really wish, though? Because I don't really need them. I wish I could trade these. I think one of the things that I would love to see Hero Wars put in is what if you could like trade items in like an auction house style with other players? You would have to make it pretty regulated so that like people couldn't cheat it. Oh, I got the Lara Croft dolls again. But yeah, I feel like that would be amazing. Hey Spinelli, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, but imagine I'm like, hey, I'll trade you this Lara Croft doll or 3 Lara Croft dolls for like, I don't know, a 10 elemental catalyst, something like that. Both teams win, both sides, right? Wouldn't that be great? I get resources I need, you get resources you need. Be amazing. Still going. Only one grand prize of Lara Croft doll. I've got one grand prize of large skinstone chest, I think. And, well, 1 times 5 prize, I should say. In previous events, they did allow you to get more of these golden ones. The issue was that after, like, it would just cost so many resources from the event to continue to upgrade after you hit a certain level. It'd be like kind of a crazy amount of resources, but they decided to not do that for this one. Ooh, this one's bad. Come on, just give me a grand prize. Any grand prize. I don't even care. Okay. Just let me reset. There we go. I want 1 more times 5 grand prize. It doesn't matter. Give me something. 200. Nope. Nope. Not this time. Am I going to even be able to reset? There we go. Some more Lara Croft dolls. I think that's 21. Think people will make multiple. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I would agree, Typon. I would agree, though. The way that you would have to regulate it is you would have to have kind of minimum values that you would be able to trade out for. So, for example, if I wanted to trade a Eternal Seed, like minimum, I would have to get something minimum in return, especially for the like valuable prizes, right? Otherwise, I could absolutely see people just having accounts. And I think you would have to restrict how many trades per day they could do. I would say do 1 trade. You can like trade 1 item per day, something like that. So you have to be kind of figure out what would be the best item. All right, so I finished that, but I should have, based off of how many I've completed, I should have a lot more event energy. There we go, which means I can get more tools. And I maxed that one out. That's nice. And let's go ahead and do like 1 more arena fight, because I think I will be able to get a little bit more here too if I do 1 more arena fight. Yeah. I hadn't finished the tasks for today. Oh, I won. That's good. Let's go to this. Let's click on that. It gives me 1 more event energy. I thought I was going to have to spend to get the totem. Luckily, you don't have to spend a dime. That makes it nice. Makes it very nice. Okay. I don't know. Would it even be worth it to try to keep on beating this boss for the bonus? Probably not, right? Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it is. I can go ahead and grab some of those resources just in case that changes, though. Let's like read this times 11. It doesn't really matter which ones you get. Read that times 11. There we go. 22 more moves. Let's go back. Let's try to see what we can get. I am blessed that I already do have Lara to max level. Otherwise, I could see myself getting very frustrated right now if I was really trying to get Lara Croft dolls. And after that many moves, I got like 12, or whatever. I have 21. I would be frustrated. I think like on average, you should be getting. There we go. Grand prize at least. Grand prize of the grand prize. Refresh that one. And 2 more moves. And then I'll probably get a couple tomorrow just from the end of the event stuff. Maybe they give you some more energy. But we'll do the final tally. Okay. So let's look at the final tally here of how many Lara Croft dolls did I get. I got 27. 27. Now, if this is an average of 3.2 roughly, that's close to 90. That's close to $90 or 90 soul stones that you would get. That's not a ton. That is not a ton. And if you were trying to max stuff out, I could it would be pretty frustrating, I think. It would be pretty frustrating if you were trying to max it out, getting that few dolls. So, what can you do? All right. So we did the boss fights. Let's go ahead and get into the merchant. So I have a lot of coins, 525. Let's talk about some of the best buys here. Skinstone chests, always good. Can you beat the boss over and over again to get more resources after you beat? Yeah, you can. You can, K, thanks. You can keep on getting more coins. Now, the reason I'm not going to be doing that is because at the end of this event, you will be able, like these resources that you have right here, these helio crystals, they'll get traded out. And I think they'll get traded out at a better volume. And I think they get traded out for Tomb Raiders boxes. I'm pretty sure. But they get traded out at a better volume than just beating the boss and spending that buff each time. Large skinstone chests, goodbye. Great enchantment runes. That's probably, let's see, I could get 2,100. That's a lot. That's a lot of great enchantment runes. That's probably going to be one of my favorite buys. Lycanthropes would be good. Lamork's cards would be good. Alchemist sets would be good. Don't really need that. Trines, you need so many trines. How many? I could get 140 trines. I'm not going to, but man, that's a lot. Here's the decisions. I think I'm just gonna get all great enchantment runes. That's just for me. I just have a ton of large skinstone chest. I have 2,600. That's an obscene amount of skins already. Great enchantment runes. I know I'm going to use them, and they're harder to get. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Just going to go ahead and pull the trigger there. I'm not saying that's what everyone should get. For a lot of people, especially if you're free to play, I would actually probably suggest the items. I think that's going to be better for most players, depending on what you need. Now, my personal strategy here is whatever I have the least of in terms of upgrading heroes. So I'm working on Corvus right now, right? And I'm working on everything from him. So like I'm working on skins, I'm working on glyphs, I'm working on skills or on artifacts too, as well as items. So I'm working on everything, but the one that I'm still trying to finish here is Astaroth, and so I need skins, but I still have plenty of skins. So glyphs are the resource that I need the most with the hero that I need the most, which is how I get it. Whatever is going to be the hardest to get for that particular hero, or what I'm lagging behind on, is usually what I am going to be buying from these type of shops. This case, it's enchantment runes. Now, because I actually have like 4,000 of those, and that's going to be enough to max out Corvus, the next shop that comes around, it's probably not going to be great enchantment runes. It's probably going to be something else. Probably. Depends on what the shop offers too, right? But we pretty much maxed out this event as far as we can go. Only thing, if you're just joining me or haven't, or kind of just catching up, the only thing I did buy for this is the event ticket. Only thing, just so I could upgrade the ring a little bit more, get some extra archaeologist tools, and sure, I guess precious coins and explorers moves are nice, but they're not vital. You don't have to spend. You do not have to spend. Is it worth it to wait for tomorrow for lower buffs? Great question. Great question. I personally think probably all the lower buffs have been finished. I think people are done because it's already a free-to-play event where people can max out. So the people that are looking for these teams probably aren't going to keep on looking. So I think it's pretty safe to go ahead today, which is why I chose to. But if you want to wait tomorrow and say, like, maybe there is something that could be lowered by 10 buffs or 20 buffs, you can wait. It just depends on if you have anxiety in waiting. Personally, I like to get it done a day before the event, just in case something cuckoo goes wrong with the event, right? Like, it's Nexters, so stuff can happen. Also happening during today is Demon Dolls, so good time to try to spend energy, other stuff like that. Let's go ahead and change this team real quick since someone failed on it. Can't make it easy for him, right? 260 is now 30 buffs, 5 buffs lower. What did I do? Yeah, I did 30. I did 30. Did they find that one today? Because that's the one I did. The Rufus Oliver, Lara Croft Fenris, Iris Albus, Helios Merlin, Martha Axel, with Axel as the team pet 30. Yeah. So it is a little bit lower, and maybe they do find something. You know, that's absolutely possible that they find like another team that is going to do really well, and lower the buff. It's possible. All right. Next up, let's go ahead. We're going to be diving into Maestro fights. Yeah. So it was today. Well, all right. If it was today, then feel free to wait until tomorrow. Like maybe that is a good idea. Waiting until tomorrow. Let's go ahead and do some Maestro fights. I have not done any yet. I've bought all the buffs, and we're going to try my best team. It is at 150. My guild cannot beat 160 yet. Hopefully we get there. We beat Osh 160 twice, I think, on a weekly basis. Hopefully your guilds are doing better. Got to get those eternal seats. Got to get them. All right. Top teams for this. Thank you for Hero War Central for having this on his blog. I don't have this team. That's 70 million. I do not have this team, and this is dependent on Cornelius ulting correctly. I do have this team. So that's the team I'm going to use. We got the Nebula. We got the Orion, Heidi, Dorian. Where are you, Dorian? There you go. And Martha, I think. Right? With Albus. That looks right. Yeah, that looks right. Let's do it. Hopefully I can get like 40 million, 30 million, hopefully more. Then we'll figure out what other teams I can do with the heroes that I have. Once you get to a point in the game where you have like 25 heroes maxed, honestly, like a lot of the heroes that I'm trying to level are because I want to do better in Maestro, right? So let's just go ahead and speed this up. I'm not doing anything on manual mode here. All of it's auto. Yeah. But once you have like your PvP teams, the heroes that you like, my advice, just go for like Maestro or Osh teams, like second best teams, third best teams. Like one of the reasons I'm building up Corvus is so I can do better at Maestro. Like he is one of the heroes that I need to build, him and Mushy and Shroom. It's a lot of tanks for the best team. All right, we're going to get about 33 million here. Time Infinity. All right, 33 million. Not great, not terrible. This guy got 44.6. Better than mine. All right, let's see what other teams I can be kind of close to creating. A lot of them have the same heroes or heroes that I don't have. See, this top one, that's the reason I'm building Corvus, and then I need Mushy and Shroom. I already have those three built out. I'm building out him. Yeah. Any of these teams that could work for me? Nope, that requires Heidi. I mean, something similar to that. I don't have Anvari either. We can try something kind of similar to that, though. Let's try like a Morgan. Unfortunately, my Corvus is so weak. Next time I face him, he'll be a lot stronger. We have the Hero Tournament of Power coming up. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But let's try like a Morgan, Chorus. We could try Rufus. Let's try like an Astaroth there. And I don't know. Maybe a Zhu. We'll see. Always Albus. Let's see how good this is. Probably not very good. You can use Aiden with a weak Corvus. Yeah, I could. But the Corvus is not going to be doing like any damage. He's like 40,000 power or something like that. Next, in 2 weeks, I will be able to do that. I'm just going to skip this. Let's see how we do. 3.9 million. Not that great. Not that great. All right. Let's do like a magic team. Some good magic heroes. That's about as good of a Magic team as I can get, I think. Put Kane. We'll put Albus on you and Oliver on you. Yeah, let's try that. Did you know that Albus ult gets weaker and weaker during Maestro fight, even if you break the motifs effect? Really? I did not know that. 2.8 million. So none of them are getting in like less than 1 million. I guess that's good. I did not know that. That's interesting. I should have used Julius. I should have used Julius with Rufus. That's a mess up by me. That is a mess up. Let's have this team be like my great armor penetration team, right? Let's just armor penetrate. Even though Corvus is weaker, Max Aiden's health will help him survive. I've been successful with greater than 20 million damage on 160 weekly. Okay, nice. Maybe I should try that next time. Oh, do you know why Albus ult gets weaker and weaker during Maestro fight? I thought you were saying it does. I would assume, I mean, his ult is based off of the amount of pure damage that your team's doing. So if your team doesn't do a lot of pure damage, then, I mean, I would figure that would be it, right? Let's actually trade him out or her out. We're gonna actually put in Cornelius. Let's try Cornelius in this team. Yeah. 2 armor penetration. The goal is with Sebastian and Isaac. Try to do a lot of physical attack damage with these armor penetrations. That's only if like they can not get stunned, but they always get stunned during these things. Okay, there we go. That's not bad. Boom, boom. Okay. Up a little bit in damage. One more. Not great, but 7.8 million is better than nothing, I guess. And then last team is just going to be, poor guys, the last of my remaining best heroes. This is not going to be competitive. Well, let's see how it goes. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. After this, we're going to be talking about Mysterious Island. I know someone had asked about that. Hey, that one wasn't bad. 6.5 mil? That's not bad at all. All right, let's go ahead and collect all of that stuff. Great. And we're going to take a look at Mysterious Island. All right, so for those of you that don't know, and everyone should know, Mysterious Island had a Lara map. It is not very good. I have not done anything in it, as you can see. I was kind of tempted to try to go for this tower, just for the 500 Titan Artifact Spheres, and a little bit tempted to go here, just to get the flag, but I know the flag's going to come out later. And with the September map release, which you can see here, I think this is a better map. So I'm going to skip this completely. I'm not going to spin a move here. I'm going to let it expire and keep the wood that I already have saved up. And what I'm going to be doing here is we start here. I'm probably going to be going for the 15K, the 20K. The nice thing is that this 500 that I was going to go for on the previous map is on the path to this 20K. So I will probably make sure that I'm hitting all 3 of these. And then because it's a new resource, I probably will go and get some of these elemental catalysts too, even though I'm not sure that's worth it. And then we'll see them how many more moves to get this thing. That'd be nice. How many more moves to get that 110 large skin stone chest? That would be nice too. Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem with these. You go to like these prizes and everything is like kind of close, right? Like just enough. If you go for one more thing, then you should go for the other. You need Illyria deep dive? Okay, I'll write that one down. We can do Illyria deep dive. My goal is probably next week. I'm just going to do a lot of these deep dive videos and release them intermittently throughout. But Illyria can be at the top of the list. So, grand prize is 20,000 emeralds, 3 pattern chests, 15,000 emeralds, 3 pattern chests, flag chest, which might be the new flag in it. I don't know. 50 catalysts. That's brand new. 100 absolute red artifacts. Great question, Joseph. I actually get these to save them. I use these during the tournament, Titan Tournament of Power, because they have open 400. This is just too expensive for me. The Elemental Synergy open 1,000. Too expensive for me. I don't do it. I do my 30. I get 30 because I open 10 a day, right? But I will not spend 1,000 on that unless you are just, if you have 20,000 of these saved up for whatever reason, or you have tons of emeralds and you want to spend there, great, do it. Like, honestly, this would be a good day to like kind of triple dip. If you're going to be doing spending some emeralds, you could just spend the emeralds today and spend the emeralds. Spend the emeralds on the Titan artifact spheres. That's not a terrible idea. If you're going to spend emeralds, that's honestly one of the number one places if you're still trying to get totems. Like that's one of my number one places. I don't need it anymore because I have all the totems, but that was one of my number one places. Yeah. So I don't spend it on this event. Wait until the Titan Brawls event. You need to spend 400 there. That's where I spend it because it gives me the more resources that I need. Yeah, sure thing. Happy to help. All right. Last up, so Mysterious Island. Me personally, I'm doing a skip. I'm skipping that. I'm going to the next one. Next up, let's talk about upcoming events. So we do have update in the Hero Wars guide coming out in 2 days. If you haven't looked at my video on that, I created a video on a couple of hacks to make sure you're maxing the Lore Festival. If you didn't see it, I'm going to go ahead and give you the condensed version. Number one, make sure that you're on, if you can be, and this is lucky, the reset happens for the event, and whenever it starts, make sure you're on immediately and answer one question as quick as possible. That will allow you to grab this one rank for just, even if it's a minute, you'll get all the prizes immediately. That's all you have to do. Just very quick. Be quicker than everyone else on your server. That's number one. Number two is that if you look up the Lore Festival, there is a Hero Wars page that actually has all the questions that they're going to ask. And so you want to make sure you get these questions right. Why do you want to make sure you get the questions right? Because you get a specific resource right here. Let's see. Where are they? Quiz points right here. The Lore Seeker's Bag. The Lore Seeker's Bag will give you a lot of stuff. It's great for free-to-play players. Absolutely fantastic for free-to-play players. So what I always suggest is just whenever you start this event, just move between tabs. And then whenever a question comes up, you would just be able to say like how many, and then like, boom, I have the answer, right? Okay, done with that question. Next up, delete that. Type the question out. Which hero can, and then boom, have the answer. Very easy. By far the best way to do it. Make sure you don't miss a thing. Make sure you're maximizing the event. Yeah. So that's coming out in a couple days. And these all are specific to the Lore Festival event. It's just spending particular resource one each day. You don't have to maximize these out. I'm probably not going to. Like 8,500 energy a day. Probably not going to do that. Children of Prophecies. Depending on if I have them, I might do that. Top of the Tower, not doing that. Valkyrie's Artifacts. I will do this one because it will double dip with the Legacy of the Great Ones. That's a good thing to point out. Yeah, that's true, Juju. Everyone's going to have a ton of stuff. Everyone is going to have a ton of stuff. Have you received your boxy frame yet? New avatar frame? Second from clicking on avatar? Any info? Have you received your boxy frames yet? What do you mean for the boxy frames? Yeah, but the Hero Tournament of Power is going to be very competitive. A lot of people are going to have resources. That means that, as always, I say wait. Wait to see if you can win. Hopefully you get in a group that just sucks, right? but I always try to wait till the end for the most part. All right. Juju also asked, what do you think about doing enough to get, say, top 3 and saving resources for future events? I did that for Titan event, and I automatically save up so many resources for the next one. Yeah, I like that. I like that strategy. And it really depends on the tiers, right? So in a hero tournament of power, let's say you have someone who's at 300,000. Then someone's at 200,000. The next up is 60. Take that third spot, right? Spend 70 to get that third spot. It's by far worth it. By far worth it, and then save up for the resources for the next event. And then maybe the next one, it can be a one where 100,000 wins and you can hit 100,000. So 100%. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I've gotten that yet. I don't know. We can look. Change frame. First position was 548. That's crazy. That's crazy. Actually, I do know about that 3v1. I do. I've messaged into them and they said like, "Hey, congratulations, you're eligible." And then they never got back to me. So I don't have free Valkyrie's Favor. You can see here, like you'll notice here, subscription is active and then can be extended. So I don't have it for free yet. Maybe they give it to me for free eventually. Really, what I'm hoping for is once I hit, I think it's 50,000 views. Yeah, 50,000 views, I think. They'll give me some of the boxes that I can start handing out for free to people who subscribe. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to do some giveaways. I think that'd be awesome. So I'm getting close. I'm getting close to that event, but then we'll have to see how responsive the Hero Wars team is. So we'll see. Hey Ryan, how do you counter Lyria, Sebastian, Lara team? Yeah, that's a good question. So my favorite team to counter that is going to be something very similar. Like, let's say this team, right? We got this Lara, Nebula, Sebastian, Lyria, Lara, and then Aiden. This team right here, I'm going to be doing almost the exact same team, except I'm putting in Ishmael, and that's going to win almost every time. It's going to win almost every time. You're looking for a team that is not dodge, that's physical attack for the most part against Lyria, especially if they have like an Isaac in here. But this team does very well against this team. I actually probably should have a battle here. Let's see here. Yesterday. Let's go ahead and watch this replay. Message them again. Great channel. Thank you. You currently have 44K views. Another week or two, you should have frame. I hope so. I hope I do. You know, that'd be nice. That would be nice. I'm actually going to tomorrow be doing a video. I'm getting out of turn for the Hero Tournament of Power. Why did I times 5 that? I should have shown you as it went on. The Hero Tournament of Power, the best way is to get points. Oh, this is the wrong one. Yeah, this is the wrong one. I'll get out of that. But best way to get points for the Hero Tournament of Power that's coming up. If you're free to play player, you think you have a disadvantage. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you actually have an advantage, and I'm gonna tell you why in that video. Okay, but yeah, so for that team, we got the Ishmael. So we're really just changing the Ishmael out for Lyria. But you'll notice that, yeah, they do have calculators, boss buff guides. Hero Wars guide is great. They are a huge benefactor to all Hero Wars players. Yeah, the Ishmael just tears through Lyria like a boosted Ishmael. And it like too fast, right? My team is almost fully healthy, and I just annihilated that team. Yeah. So that's a great team to beat that Lyria team. So other upcoming events, Legacy of the Great Ones is going to be happening. I always want to point this out. Do not upgrade your hero artifacts until this is open as well, right? So wait one day in the Hero Tournament of Power to upgrade the at least 200 if you're going to do that, so that you can double dip. Wait to upgrade or spend those artifact chests until this day. That's a double dip there. 150 artifact chests, and this is also 500, so you can double dip there. This day right here is usually a pretty solid day to spend emeralds, especially since we have Lore Festival. Do they not have an emerald spin for the lore festival? What? Never mind. That is crazy. Yeah, all these are very free to play player for lore festival. All those very free to play. Like you can absolutely do that. But it's still a good day to spend emeralds right here. If that's like a type of event that you want to do. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna have a full week coming up with the lore rush. Hopefully everyone does well, can quickly take a first. Hey Spooky. Thanks for jumping on late. Unfortunately, I'm about to end the stream unless you had a few questions. I'm also happy to just keep on going and answering a few questions for a little bit. If you want to keep it going for a hot second. All right, we can go ahead and get some of these consumables. Yeah, just a bit late. It's okay. We'll have more streams later. I'm going to try to have one next week on Saturday at the same time. I'm going to try to. And I say try because I'll probably eventually move them to Sundays and maybe a couple hours later, but I'll probably have it next Saturday there too. This is all stuff from the event. 30 equipment chests. Anything good? Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I like those. Not terrible. Orange equipment chests. These are so valuable. I love those things. Violet equipment chest, 2 of these. I'm going to go ahead. I know I'm spending it on these cosmic tremors. The reason I know is that is what I've been waiting for Corvus. I saw a beach skin for Julius. Did you? Huh. Let's take a look at that. I didn't even see this. This is fun. I know they had announced that they were going to do a beach skin for Julius a month ago at the beginning of August, but they're like, we're going to have to wait a little bit. Armor. Look at that. Shark. Oh, that's funny. I'm hoping that this is not a pay-to-win skin. A lot of the beach skins you have had to pay for them. And armor is actually a really good one for Julius. It's a really good one for Julius as a tank. Like that will really help him. I like Julius. I think he's a fun tank. I think in the future he's going to find, especially if they ascend him, he's going to find ways to become one of the better tanks. I think he might be in my like top 3 favorite, at least offensive tanks. Yeah, he's fun. He's a fun hero. Is it possible to get these beach skins for skin stones in the future? Good question. I would assume that eventually they are going to make that possible, but it could be years. Who knows? Like I'm a little bit worried about this Lara skin, honestly. Right? Like we talked about like the Lara skins beforehand, and they will make this available for skin stones eventually. These 2 new skins, which this is actually the number 1 priority if you haven't bought these. 100% number 1 priority. I'll move them up to as much as I can with the very few of these ancient coins that I have, or precious coins that I have. But they will eventually change this into agility skin stones, and then, it could be a year, it could be 6 months. Can we save precious coins for Hero? That's a great question, Juju. They have not announced it. I don't know. I would assume they're probably going to convert those away. So I would, especially because you have a double, like you can go ahead and spend right here for the mystery, or not the mystery of Dominion, but that other event will also increase like the prizes. I think you have to do 150 skins. I already finished that one. But it gives you ancient coins, which is good. So you might as well. And the power level that you're going to with the free to play of these precious coins is not going to be that much. It might be 1,000, if that. It's not going to be that much. So I don't really have that much of a problem using them, just so that they don't get converted, because we don't know. We do not know. For Lara, crit hit is better than magic defense. Magic defense only impacts a few heroes. Yeah, I like the magic defense a little bit more. I've found, especially in the area of Conquest, where she will get one shot by some stuff, and that's what I'm trying to prevent with magic defense. Her health is or her crit is already really good. I will upgrade this. I do like the crit hit chance, but I want to have a little bit more survivability, and so that's why I'm leveling up the magic defense. Olympus is suggesting level up the critical hit skit. Okay, like yeah, Olympus is a smart player. He's a very good player. Plays for a top guild. Me personally, just based off of how I've seen her play, Magic defense, and I run into a lot of Magic teams too. Magic defense, I want to have it a little bit more survivable, so I'm doing the Magic defense. I don't think you're going to go wrong either way. I've talked about in previous videos. I think these are pretty close in terms of usefulness, right? And like once, if I change this to level 24 and this to level 1, it's not going to change that many stats, honestly. I'm going to upgrade both of them to max as soon as I can whenever they come up for second stones anyway. So, yeah. All right. I don't really know how to use it. He always loses in my defense. For Julius? Yeah. You kind of have to pick certain teams with him. If you can get him on like a slow team against a slow team where he is bringing up a lot of his shields and then get Martha, what I like is that combination. If he can have this shield up, right? Speeding up their attacks and skills for each active shield. So if he has a lot of shields and Martha does her shield effect, that's like 2 speed bonuses, and it can start to be devastating. Like even if you don't have a strong like damage team, if they're like going at 150%, it's going to be strong. So they're fun to use together. Yeah. For Lara, yeah, I already talked about that. I do prefer that. That's just me. I again, if you go crit hit chance, I'm not gonna say that is the wrong choice. Now, if you said you're going to go crit hit chance instead of physical attack, I would tell you that's wrong. Physical attack is better. If you said crit hit chance instead of health, I would also say that's wrong. I think health is better. These two are relatively similar in my opinion. So my server is full of teams like your offensive team. I have 4 heroes to max. Corvus, Aiden, Lyria, and Amira and Ishmael. Oh, wait. Corvus, Aiden, and Lyria are already red +2. What should be the order? So you're trying to upgrade Amira and Ishmael next? Is that what you're talking about, Gustavo? If so, I would go with Ishmael. I would go with Ishmael on that team. And then I would also throw Sebastian in that team for sure. That team desperately needs a Sebastian there. Amira is a good hero, but that's not really the team that would maximize her. You really want a team that can build around like more and help her magic attack a little bit. Yeah. But the Corvus, Aiden, Lyria, that's not a bad start at all, especially if you add Ishmael. I don't think that's a bad team at all. It'd be kind of tricky to fight against. Can you do a ranking video in the future, please, for heroes? Then Fusion for Titans would be helpful. I want to know what to aim for when using my catalysts in the next Titan Tournament of Power. Yeah. So, okay. So I will kind of give you my plan. I planned it out a little bit. I am going to be doing, as I mentioned, a deep dive for every single hero in the game. After I do that, I am planning on doing a tier list video of where I think each hero stands, and I'm just going to be ranking them that way. It's going to be pretty based off of the rank that I gave them in my videos, right? At the very end of the videos, I say what I think heroes' grades are. So you're going to fall pretty much into that category. But what I am trying to do is to help out new players, is to build out a library of a deep dive for every single hero. That would have helped me immensely whenever I was a new player. I didn't get that. I didn't find any resource that had that. And I wanted to know, what should I be upgrading first? Who should I be focusing on? Like, is this a good hero? I didn't know. I looked for all these tier charts and they were terrible. So I'm going to try to build out one for every single hero. So as the weeks and months go on, you're going to see more and more and more of those. If you have requests on which ones that you want to see, like someone said they want to see a Lyria one, so I'll probably create that one within the next few days. But if you have requests, just put them in the comments, and I'm happy to do that. Is it better to bump heroes from 150 to max or start building new heroes? Seb and Nebula are around 150 now, but considering Ishmael. Yeah. I would say It depends on what heroes. If you already have Seb and Nebula at 150, it depends on where the rest of your team is at, right? If they're at like 70, definitely move up to 70 to 150. Now, the way I started is with my first 5 heroes, I kept them all relatively even. I focused on my tank first, and my damage dealer second, and then my healer third. That's how I kind of focused, but I kept them relatively even. They were always within like 20k power of each other. Now, after that, after I had maxed out my full team, I then maxed out one hero at a time. And that's the way I've been kept on going. I focus on one hero, I max him out, move to the next hero, right? So the one that I'm on, and I'll finish in this hero tournament, and then I'm going to be moving to Corvus. And I'm going to be, you'll see Corvus probably red +1, maybe +2, if I can get enough resources, and the next hero tournament of Power 2. So I like to do one at a time after that. Maxed really do help. Yeah. Julius, Thea, Alvanor after 30 seconds could be very challenging. I could see that. Yeah, Alvanor stopping all of the basic attacks, really helping with the shields. Thea putting up her magic defense. That's a good call out. That's a really good call out. Yeah, I like that too. David, you're stuck at 280. You know the team? If you don't know the team, come right here. Hero Wars Guide. Lara Croft Invasion 2. 280 right here. 135 buff. That's the team you want to use. Lyria, Nebula, Sebastian, Lara Croft, Aiden, an extra idea. I like that team a lot, MS Creator. I like it a lot. One of my favorite teams. It's a team you see a lot in AOC, too. Just a solid team. You can counter it. It's a little bit harder to counter. Gustavo, sorry I was a bit confusing. Corvus, Aiden, Lyria are not maxed in stats, but are already red +2. I have not started Amira and Ishmael. Oh, okay. I'm trying to find heroes to counter your offensive team. Oh, so like my particular offensive team. Oh, that's easy. Aurora. But Aurora is not someone you really want to build up. If you can get the dodge artifact off against Ishmael, Ishmael becomes a lot less powerful. That you're always going to have a weakness in a team, right? So like right here, this team, like this team will stop Aurora. But if I had the team that I showed you earlier of my attacking team, like right here, this Aurora would do pretty good against this one. All right. So like the dodge can really help against that. Other things that could help against this, you could try to do like Amira teams are really good against Ishmael too, but they have to be built out with other heroes. It can't just be Amira, right? I do like Amira a lot. She's good in some useful situations. Unfortunately, like the heroes that she's really good with, I haven't built a lot of those out either. Like I have my Nebula, which is pretty much, I think, the most important hero in the game. If you don't have Nebula, build Nebula. If you're on the stream, do it. All right, tier charts are terrible. Best ways to look at it is PvP, PvM, and need updates. Yeah, they are like you can put one in tier, but you have to explain why they're in that tier, right? You could say like this hero is great for PvP, but terrible for everything else. They're terrible for Osh, right? The ones that are going to be in tier 1 or tier S, if you will, those are going to be the ones that are good in PvP, good in PvE, good against Osh, right? But again, they each have their unique circumstances. Isaac is phenomenal. You put Isaac against a physical attack team, he's completely worthless. So you got to know, right? Like you can't just say in every situation this hero is going to be good. No hero is like that. And that's one of the things that makes the game fun, is that one hero just can't dominate, right? That's why I like it, because there's not one hero that is just going to be like, this hero is OP. It kind of used to be Dante, but Dante was still easily counterable. I loved facing Dante teams. I put Aurora in. I put Heidi in. That Dante's dead. Would Augustus improve Aurora a lot? Well, it would give her more damage. It would help her damage, yeah. I do have a team that I like. It is a... I'm not going to actually attack. But one of the teams that I really enjoy playing, and you can only do this if you're fighting a certain team, is this team right here. Augustus, Orion, Celeste, Aurora, right? Aurora does a lot of magic damage. Augustus can help that. Armor penetration from Orion artifact helps Aurora and Celeste. Celeste magic attack does really good for helping everyone. Nebula is going to be boosting the Orion and the Celeste. This can be a very deadly team. Now, if you're facing an Isaac and Sebastian, don't use this team. You'll get crushed. Yeah. So yeah, spooky. Augustus can improve Aurora a lot, but it's really dependent on the situation. Next August should have Augustus as a hero of the month. That would make sense. David, you're out of buffs. Have you spent any emeralds or anything like that? You're getting close. 280 is pretty close. If you can spend to get as much of like these resources as you can, it's worth it. Just so that you can get the free red gifted dominion and the free totem, and obviously like 500 large skin stone chest. Yes, please. I'll take those. I love those. They're great. The reason I like Dante Aurora before Lyria is introduced, because any of them can take both frontline main damage dealer jobs pretty well. Yeah. Yeah. I never built out a Dante. I was actually very anti-Dante because I found Dante everywhere, and I found a counter to him, and I thought it was pretty easy to counter. But you just have dodge, and he's screwed. But I get why people liked him. Like if he hit, then he was killer. How good is Polaris? I have my Aurora, Nebula, Aiden, and Celeste maxed, and was wondering if she would be a good addition. So Polaris is really good with control heroes. So you're thinking like the Arachnes, the Leons. If you were going to, she's also good with Amira too. I've seen a lot of Polaris Amira teams out there. So on the right team, yeah, can be good. Now that's one of the heroes I want to build out. My control heroes are terrible. I have not built out a single control hero, not one. I do want to eventually build out Arachne, though she's pretty easily counterable, I think, with Sebastian, and I don't think she's super strong if she can't stun. Yeah. Any tips against a fully energized Ishmael? Like in COW or AOC, we can meet a lot. Yeah, pray. But in all honesty, the teams that I run into, my goal in AOC is to fight a weak team with my Ishmael and then just go to the middle, and I will get 20 defenses in a row, relatively common. And these are against like top 50 COW guilds. Now, the teams that I have trouble against are the Astaroth teams. If you put Astaroth in there, Alvanor is really good against Ishmael too. But Astaroth, like his defense, can be very good. So like an Astaroth, Amira, Nebula, Folio is really good against him too, because Folio creates those books that he has to attack. So he's good. Gus isn't bad against him. So like there are definitely combos that will stop a fully charged up Ishmael. You kind of think you should do dodge heroes, but he can sometimes kill dodge heroes before they can get off their artifact. So Astaroth is the main stopper. If I see an Astaroth team coming, sometimes I need to run away or ask one of my guildmates to kill him, because this Astaroth, he just has so much armor that if he's maxed out at least, that he is very hard for Ishmael to kill, especially whenever he starts hitting his armor artifacts, right? He starts hitting that a lot, and Ishmael becomes a lot weaker. So that's my way to stopping him. Yeah. Is there a faster way to improve pets? Chaos particles take so long to save up. Juju, there's two ways. Make sure every single day that, and this is funny because it actually doesn't apply today, but make sure every single day you're doing your guild prestige to get an extra energy or adventure. And every single day you should be doing adventure 13, right? Find a path on adventure 13 that you can do in each map. Do it every single day. The days that adventure 1310 comes out, I just rate them and then wait till the next day. And then if it comes out 1310 again, then I will do 1310. But for the most part, every single day, I'm doing 2 of these. It will give you a ton of pet potions. It will give you as many chaos particles as you possibly can get. But it's still going to take a while. I've been in the game 2.5 years. I haven't maxed out my pets. I'm close. I'm working on Mara now. I'm going to max her out, and then I'll do the rest of Fenris because I would never use Fenris as a main patronage pet. Or I'm sorry, patronage pet, a main pet. I've already done his patronage. Yeah. So just make sure that you're getting as many of these adventures done with the max adventure level as possible. That's the absolute best way to do it. Absolute best way. Let's see, how many like stones do I have? 15,000. I could probably get close to this side leveled up. I kind of keep on some just in case they introduce a new pet. I don't want to be completely empty. So, and like boosting Mara up right now is not going to be death of me or anything. Yeah. 530k skinstones in reserve. Yeah, I have a lot of skinstones in reserve. I have a lot. Like that's 140,000. I don't even know what the math is there. Did you do the math? You might have done the math. Let's see. And these I only use these during like Hero Tournament of Powers, right? Yeah. Okay, so you did the math. Now, some of the other ways that I can get more if I need them is I have, let's see, 96 of these. So I could get like another 100 plus there, maybe like 200 of those. I can also go here, and by far the best buy for the elemental certificates, a lot of people forget about this, but by far the best buy is these large stone chests. And I don't need to get them yet, so I have a lot saved up, like, I don't know, maybe 363, but I'd be able to buy another 363 of those if I needed to, right? And I also have a lot of Outland coins, so I buy these on a daily basis, so I'm getting a decent amount of skin stones. Right. I'm not a big spender anymore. You actually don't have to spend big as long as you're maximizing events and maximizing the Hero Tournament of Powers. You can get into like a little nice like cycle to keep on going. Like you win the Hero Tournament of Power. The nice thing is you get a lot of additional resources with these Hero Tournament chests to potentially win the next Hero Tournament of Power. Right. Great. Gives you ability potentially to win the next one. I love it. And you just keep on going. You can pair Arachne with Augustus. Yep. Arachne with Augustus too. That could be really good because Sebastian can only do so much in stopping. But if I saw a Arachne and Augustus, I would put Chorus in as my team pet too. And you're going to have a hard time once that happens. Make sure you have your highest adventure ready for raid before Portal Anomaly or Great Storm if you're not maxed yet. Yes, so this is a good point, David. So what I do every single day is I will do the Adventure 13 and I will not leave it until the next day. Why? Because then I can just leave it the next day and raid one if I need to, especially if it's like Adventure 1310. Then I can just raid it once and then raid it twice with the free other portal that I get on a daily basis. Now, the only reason I don't have one up right now is because the Prestige isn't on. But the Prestige will be coming on in 9 hours. And you'll have I think, 8-hour window. At least I have an 8-hour window before my day resets to get all the Prestige rewards, which I will make sure I get those so I don't miss out on a day of Prestige stuff. I think it's really good. So that's kind of my strategy. But always keep that adventure open until the next day. Then close it, raid, do another adventure. Keep that open till the next day. Rinse and repeat. That way you're at least guaranteed to get one per day. Even if you have like a guild that kind of sucks and fails an adventure. Which hopefully you're constantly moving up in guilds, as I've talked about earlier, so that doesn't happen. Yeah. I think that's super important to constantly be moving up in the guilds. But really quick, I'm going to create a video about this tomorrow, but Hero Tournament of Power, I'll kind of give you a sneak peek. For free-to-play players especially, I've heard a lot of people, content creators, say, like, tournaments of power are not important, that you should ignore them. I could not disagree more. I think they are one of the best ways for free to play players to get an advantage in this game. And the reason that free to play specifically can have an advantage is if you have played a while, you might have all your heroes max level. And one of the easiest ways to get a ton of points is to level up these heroes right here, right? You level up someone from 50 to 130, it gives you a lot of points, and it gives you points quickly, right? So if you're free to play and you don't have these maxed up, I would just look at this as like the potential to give me a ton of points. I love it. Now, unfortunately, I maxed all mine out during some previous hero tournaments of power, so I'm a little bit handicapped here. So I'm not able to do that. But I will look at where I am kind of projected to finish and determine if I should use a ton of resources or not. Like, I have a lot of stuff ready to go. For example, right here, I have this ring ready to go. That's going to give me another 2083 from Morgan. I will be able to upgrade all of his levels to 130 with how many artifact chests that I have. And I have a ton of these artifact coins, so I will be able to get him up to 130 completely. Then I will be moving over to Corvus. I'll probably be leveling some of this up there. I'm going to be leveling up Corvus's items on the next one. I'll be leveling up Astaroth's skins. I'll be leveling up the glyphs. And kind of the other secret sauce here is I have a lot of these eternal seeds. And one of the fastest ways to get up in power, what I really like to do is if someone's 10K ahead of you in the final minute, the way you can win is if you've saved these till the last second. This is by far the fastest way to get points in the hero tournament of power, is by going into here and just upgrading this. And I have 323 of these. I'll be able to upgrade this to level 39 to 49. All of these heroes are going to be getting this bonus. And then I'm going to be upgrading this 5 levels too. Right? So that's going to give a lot of my heroes a lot of stuff, which will be super nice. I'm assuming, I don't know how much power, but probably like 40K is my guess. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of power. Yeah. All right. I think that's probably going to be it for me. I don't think I have anything else. Thanks, everyone, so much for watching. Again, if you're not a subscriber, would love your support to subscribe. I put out videos trying to, at least one on a daily basis, around things that I think will be the most efficient for all Hero Wars players to do. Yeah, and I will be having a live stream on a weekly basis. So if you did join late, then you still will have next week to answer questions, and we'll be going over a lot of different type of stuff. How good is Astaroth in defense? It looks like I'm getting a few different questions real quick. So I'll answer these really quick before I go. How good is Astaroth in defense? I don't see him at all on my server. I got Ishmael and Fafnir max and thought he could be very useful in defense, but I plan to have my Augustus first. Everyone is good and everyone is bad against certain teams, right? If I'm facing Astaroth in defense, I'm going to put up a Magic team, usually an Orion Augustus team, and they're going to take him down pretty quick. I'm not going to use physical attack against him because he'll stop that in its tracks. But if I use a magic attack, they'll take him down pretty quick. He's not bad in defense. He's just counterable, but everyone's counterable. Can't beat level 300 on 85 buff. You can't. Make sure you have all the pets right. Make sure you have Albus as your main pet. Make sure you have Albus with Iris, Merlin with Aiden, Vex with Astrid and Lucas, Fenris with Lara Croft, Axel with Morgan. I did it during the stream, so I know it works. And it works every single time for every player. So, yeah. Try that with pets. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I'll see everyone there. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll all talk again soon. Bye, everyone.